everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel EduUdr. In today's session, we are going to learn about conditional statements. In our previous sessions, we understood about Java operators. In today's session, we'll understand how the conditional statements are playing an important role in Java, which will help us choose which statement would be executed next. That is, these are the statements which give us the power to make basic decisions. Therefore, they are sometimes called as selection statements. Let us learn more about them today. These are the four different types of conditional statements. Say, if statement, if else statement, else if ladder statement, switch statements. Let us learn about the if statement at first. This is the if statement flow diagram. If statement is used to specify a block of Java code to be executed if a condition is true. Say, if I've got a condition and if it is true, then the code block gets executed. And if it is false, the statement after the code block gets executed. Please note that the statement after the if code block is executed irrespective of the condition being true or false. Let us understand it in a better way now. Consider this example where we have initialized the value of a and b as 30 and 5. Now, if this is the condition, that is, if a modulo b is equal to 0, then this statement is executed. That is, a is divisible by b. And if this is not equal to 0, even then this statement gets executed. That is statement after if block. Now let us see if 30 modulo 5 will give us 0 or not. No. Yeah, 30 modulo 5 is equal to 0. That is, a is divisible by b. And the statement after if block is also executed anyways. Now let us see another example where we have changed the value of b as 4. Now let us see if 30 modulo 4 is equal to 0. No, 30 modulo 4 is not equal to 0. Even then, the statement after if block gets executed. That is, even if the condition is true or false, the statement after the if block code gets executed anyways.
Ifelse statement. Ifelse statement is quite similar to if statement, that is, even it tests condition. It executes the block if the condition is true. Otherwise, else block gets executed. Irrespective of the condition being true or false, this statement, that is next statement after the if else statement, is executed. Now, let us understand this in a better way. Consider this example where we have initialized the value of a and b as 30 and 4. This is the if block and this is the else block. The condition here is if a modulo b is equal to 0, then a is divisible by b. This statement gets executed. Otherwise, that is, if this condition doesn't hold true, then a is not divisible by b. This condition or this statement is executed. Irrespective of these two statements being executed, this gets executed. That is, statement after if else block, this statement will be printed. Now let us see if the condition holds true or not. A is not divisible by b. That is, a modulo b, that is 30 modulo 4, is not equal to 0. A is not divisible by b. That is, else block is executed. And this statement after if else block is printed. Now if I change the value of b to 5, that is 30 modulo 5 will be equal to 0. So the if block gets executed. That is, a is divisible by b. Similarly, the statement after if else block, this gets printed at the end. If-else ladder statement. If-else ladder statement is basically used to decide among multiple options. The if statements are executed from the top down as soon as one of the conditions controlling the if is true, the statement associated with that if is executed and the rest of the ladder is bypassed. If none of the condition is true, then the final else statement will be executed. See, if there is a condition and if that holds true, then the statement 1, which is in the if block, gets executed. If it is not true, that is, if it is false, then the else block is executed, which is another condition. If that holds true, then the if block consisting of statement 2 is executed. Otherwise, an else block consisting of a condition is executed. If that is true again, then the if block consisting of statement 3 gets executed. And if the condition is false, then the else block consisting of statement 4 gets executed. Irrespective of the condition being true or false, the block, that is the statement after if-else ladder, gets executed anyway. Now let us learn a bit more detailed manner about this with an example. Consider this example for if-else ladder where we have initialized the age to be equal to 5 and we have specified the condition, that is, if age is less than or equal to 5, then the student studying in kindergarten, this has to be printed. Else, if age is greater than 5 and logical and age is less than or equal to 12, that is, if the age is between 5 and 12, then this statement, that is, student studying in primary school, needs to be printed. Else, if age is greater than 12 and age is less than 15, that is, if age lies between 12 and 15, then the student studying in high school needs to be printed. Otherwise, if none of these conditions are holding true for whatever you have initialized the value, then this is printed, that is, student is studying in college, if none of these condition holds true. Please keep a note that we have already provided the input here, that is, I have said that the age is 5. Now I want this program to determine and tell me what is the student exactly studying. The student is studying in kindergarten. Since the age is equal to 5 and I have stated that if age is less than or equal to 5, then the student is studying in kindergarten. So this is what I get as the output. Say I change the value of the age to 10. Then what can I expect the output to be? If the age is greater than 5 and age is less than or equal to 12, that is, if the age is between 5 and 12, which is of course 10, which is mentioned here, then the output that I can expect to be printed is student is studying in the primary school. This is what I get. Say if I have specified an age, say 18 or 20, then the result might be the student is studying in college. The switch statement is to select one of many code blocks that needs to be executed. The switch expression is evaluated once. The value of the expression is compared with each case. If there is a match, then the associated block of code with a particular case gets executed. Say if the case 1 is equal, then the case 1 code block gets executed, and if case 2, 3 is equal, then the case 2 and 3 code block gets executed. Default is a keyword that specifies some code to run if there is no case match. Consider this example for switch statement. This is an example to build a simple calculator which can perform addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. Here the character choice I've mentioned is plus. I have initialized the 3 variables out of which I have initialized value for 2 variables, that is A and B, as 10 and 5 respectively. The C variable is going to store the result of the operations that is being performed on these two variables. Now the choice that I have mentioned here is plus, that is addition. This is how I begin the switch statement, and these are the cases I have. The cases are plus, minus, into, divided by. Now C is going to store the result of the addition operation performed on A and B, subtraction operation on A and B, similarly multiplication and division operations on A and B. I have mentioned the choice here as plus, that is, this is what I am going to expect, that is performing addition C is equal to A plus B, which is 10 plus 5. And break. Break is the keyword which I use to break out of a switch block. This will stop the execution of the further code and case testing that is inside the block. When a match is found, or let me say when the job is done, it's time for a break. There is no need of more testing, and that is why I use this keyword. Now let us see. I have got the output as performing addition C is equal to 15, which is 10 plus 5. When my choice is minus, that is C is equal to A minus B, this is what I get the result as performing subtraction C is equal to 5. When my choice is multiplied, then it's natural for me to get the result as C is equal to 50, which is C is equal to A into 5, which is 10 into 5, 50. In case of divided by, it is C is equal to A divided by B. So performing division, C is equal to the result, that is 10 divided by 5 is 2. So this is how I get it. Say example, there is no particular choice being written here, or let me say the choice I give is modulo. Since I have not specified any modulo case here, this is what I get, that is please enter a valid symbol. Here I have used the keyword default. As I said, it specifies some code to run if there is no case match. Thank you for watching our video. Next tutorial coming soon. Till then, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Keep learning.